from now on. Generative AI. Combination of art and technology. Let's start the presentation. Wave of change. A new era of creativity. New opportunities and challenges. That opportunity. Start with production AI. How about it? What is this generative AI? You guys, you've probably heard of AI a lot. However, with the existing AI, this generative AI, what's different? First of all, generative AI, I define it this way. New content can create. It is a type of artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is artificial intelligence. You can create new content. It's called artificial intelligence. Then indeed, existing, we are already familiar with AI, and from now on I want to talk about generative AI is. What is the difference? What about existing AI? Based on data, recognizing patterns and same. However, with existing data, have what you have. Decision making or to predict the outcome. The focus is on. In contrast, generative AI. It's the same data, not data of limited resources.
It keeps piling up and piling up.
Loaded and continue that data. Learning. Discovering patterns through learning. That's the generative AI. And based on learned data, text that didn't exist before, image, music, many different. Creative, new data in format. What I create is, this is production AI. This generated AI. Let's take a look at the power plant. Artificial intelligence we already know. AI is from the 1950. It has begun. After 80 years in 1970. Data-based. Machine learning has become possible. But the important thing, as the 2000s began, changes in artificial intelligence are coming. In other words, it is deep learning. How to do this artificial intelligence. Similar to people. Can I learn it? In other words, it is similar to the structure of the human brain. Artificial neural network. Discovery will happen, and important now 2024 is now. Team running ahead. As development continues. Current generative AI. A model will appear. Now then, this production AI is. What are the characteristics? Let's take a look at them one by one. First is data learning. Really big amount. Huge amounts of data over and over again, 10 days constantly. I'm learning. Let's compare it to us humans. What about our people? Our people too. Something, when trying to learn from the beginning. In ignorance, with nothing. Let's get started. However, continue. One study continuously. In other words, if you learn, knowledge accumulates. As much knowledge is accumulated, what I can think of. What can be created? What happens? Yes, it gets bigger. Likewise, this generative AI. As you continue to learn, receiving a large amount of data. Learn that data. Make it happen. It's about working. Ruler. Then, he made his own. There must be a process of making it. That's it. New content. It is created. With the data studied. Someone. About what you need. I get to ask than what I asked. Text form or picture form. Audio, very diverse in the form of video. But the interesting thing is, not always the same shape. It's a little different or the weak is different, that is, original, by creating content, providing. This is an important point. Then like this, creating new content. What does it mean? New value can create. It means that something has arisen. In other words, ideas from what was in my head. Pull out, starting with what was pulled out. A product is made or the service starts. However, if you receive this generative AI help, a slightly more innovative product, a slightly more customer satisfying service, a little more people, surprise or people, more than I thought, you can develop content. Another feature is save times and costs. In other words, production AI model. As we continue to develop with automated tasks, compared to the existing workload, there will be a lot of decline, especially in this day and age. One-man creator or a one-man businessman. Many. You are actively working, but for them, the same time is given. But there is a lot of work to be done. Even more so for those people. You will need this generative AI. Why? Within a limited period of 10 years, something limited, cost and time and because you have to use the source, then I need some form of generative form, depending on whether you use AI. A little more in the same 10 GANs. A little more, you can create a lot of things. Now then, is this production AI really? What types are there? Usually classifies 4 things. The first is text generative AI, an image generative AI. The third is audio generative AI. The fourth is video generative AI. Literally in text form, picture form, audio form. In video form, what I'm saying is that they provide it. The text generation type is what you write a lot about is writing. It translates into various languages. And massive data. Summary of some data in the paper. I can give you a summary. Another service is, it means conversation is possible. Conversation with people. In other words, machines and people. As if there was someone in front of me. What? We can provide service. Image creation AI is literally when someone makes a request. That request about matters. Photo drawing. In the form of an image of a design, it means providing it. Draw me a panda. Or something in the universe. Draw the things that exist. A yard like this. You can draw it. You are ahead. If you look at the video you saw earlier, it's also text. Text generation AI and image creation type AI. Two made. Plus alpha there. Create video. By combining it up to this point. It seems simple, but in that simple video, 3 things already. The creation of AI has melted into it. The third is audio generation AI. In other words, AI is literally, I make music, existing music, I do the arrangement. I also compose music, even the voices of existing singers. By learning, in the same form as the person's voice, you can also sing. Video generated AI, literally. Video movie any simulation game. Then, characters and all these things. As a child, it means you can make it. Isn't it so amazing, everyone? Now then, the types of generative AI seen earlier. Among them, text generative AI. Something. Are we using it now? Currently the most. People are using text vivid AI. Let me tell you three things. Most active. What most people are using. Right away. This is OpenAI's new ChatGPT. We recently launched a new model. Human thoughts and human thinking skills can do something similar. Increasingly humanizing. Humans are becoming humanized. I am becoming more like my thinking ability. This is productive medicine. Likewise, the same goes for Google's Genie. In the case of Google's Gemini, I guess Google is already massive amount of data. We had a search engine. And the data, almost real-time data. So, Gemini from Google. In other words, test creation AI. When you ask for something about requirements, a little more, a lot of data, I can provide it. So, even in the case of this human, the model is being developed. Another one, Microsoft's Copilot, is Microsoft. In some ways already, ChatGPT. In other words, OpenAI. It is equipped with ChatGPT. The basics are there, and plus alpha. Especially if what you are using now, PowerPoint, any report or homework assignment as a report. When working with you, when trying to make something, how do you feel? There must be some source. What am I planning? What are you going to do with PPT? First time trying that. You can start with one line of text. With one line of text. What kind of plan do I have? Any left. What? What report do you want to write? If you throw it at a generative AI, fit there. It means giving response. Likewise, Microsoft's Copilot is, especially in PowerPoint, it's in focus. PowerPoint is, text and images are included. Things like that. Demanding. Prompt, i.e., the prompt here is, it's text for users to request something. Data is called text. Okay, that at the prompt. They say they are entering the text-shaped prompt according to its requirements. AI of this creation, self, exactly what you learned, as is. A little more creatively, I'm already in my head, rather than planning, more amount. Well, it could be an abbreviation, or in a little more detail. Import data, it means making it. That's the interesting thing. What I'm announcing now. This PPT2. Generative type. This is material created with AI. Then a little more. This test. Generative AI. Let's look at an example of. The first is a writing tool. I guess the same goes for ChatGPT. The same goes for Google's Gemini. In text form. What am I? Things you can ask for. I'll show you. I actually took a break after a while. How to use it in the pit. Let me show you. Novel 10. Or essay. Or maybe you like YouTube, or if you use Instagram, I put a caption on it when attaching content like that. Or not, I have a report or a plan. Something at the planning stage. When brainstorming, things you need, they say it's a planning idea. Things like that. You can try it. This text has an example of a planet. The second is another one of the things you used a lot, translation and summary. Do something in your native language. It won't matter when you see it. When looking at data, it doesn't matter. Our language is not native. In the case of another country's language, especially massive data, in the case of extensive data, to interpret, it takes too long. Doing this multilingual translation, It has great merit. Another one. For papers, the contents of my hundreds of pages of paper, about a few weeks, or just one page. Overall content. I want to know the summary box. What should we do to do that? Read from beginning to end. The contents. We summarize. You have to do it yourself. Of this text creation, with help, in so many documents. Even if it's a sheep, so quickly in such a short time. Summarizing a long document. We can see it. Not just documents. YouTube videos can also be summarized. Then the third is chat. This is bot development. Chatbots are for you, easily. You can experience it once. Any product I use, when you need any customer service, it's not about people responding. How can I help you like this? We will move on to the service area. So in the case of this chat with. Like a person responding, because I have to. Natural interactive bookshelf production. Now it's possible. Look at books in the past. Then what kind of service was it? Predictable. People asking and answering questions. I typed it myself. Turn it into data. That data. I just ordered it to be shown. So whatever fits there? In the data. When the correct conditions are entered. Already got the right response. Built in the database, if it was a way to show data. In cases such as current arrests. Actually. Let them learn. According to the topic, it's about making them learn. Learn according to service response, to fit it. To enable inquiries and responses. It's done. And another one is personal assistant. Oh, me too. A few things. I'm making it and using it. For example, any analysis. Or, when creating material like now. Quickly format the data I want. There will be a format I want. That format. Things that create form. I was also arrested. I'm making it and using it. Another thing is code generation. For example, if you say developer coding, at least a few years. If you don't study technical skills, it was too bad. But now, if only I had a little knowledge. Even with simple commands. Create code. Created code, that is. 2. If GPT creates code. Keep the code. Move on. You can use it right away. Originally, in some ways, bare ground is cancelled. If you wrote a program, now to ChatGPT, what program do you want to make about that? Basic. If you ask me to code.
Basically.
On basic face, coding is possible. And there. In detail. Being able to catch it little by little more. Now this time. Image creation type. Previously, text generation AI. Likewise. In the form of text called proport. What? Make an AI request. Then, the learned data. It's a structure that does least work. The same goes for image creation AI. Most of the first starts are now.
Text.
It starts with a prompt. That is, for example, draw me a beautiful cat. That's what I'm saying. Then, a beautiful cat. This image creation type AI, based on what you have learned, knew that fits there. Original. It provides a picture. Currently the most used. Create 2 images. Unlike Stable Diffusion, there is an image of the American drama Jianan. Each has its own characteristics. But it's a little more unique. A little more sophisticated. A little more elaborate. Mid-transition. It is currently the most used. Even now, advertisements. Any marketing. Like film production. AI person model or something. Most of these things are currently at mid-potential. It is being used. Ruler. Like the screen you see now. This is now. It's not decorated. This unknown where artificial intelligence was created. In other words, as you saw earlier, based on text input. Create an image. I told you. Receive input as text. The entered program, that is, report the text. AI is the original. It's about drawing a picture. Now, will the picture quality drop? Will the resolution drop? Realistic images too. Such a high quality image it will create. And there may be some fantastic pictures. What we humans look like. Really realistic image. In a realistic style. It will be created. And the funny thing is, this is in various formats. It looks like a black and white photo. Show it or a bit of a pop art format. Meet your requirements when entering text. Things that fit that need, because the code is reflected. Creating a new article. Then, AI technology. How far will the development potential go? Forward, it will develop more and more. AI models will be developed, depending on how it develops. Various additional. The generative AI that follows will also change. Like the screen you see now? A little more, you understand? If you say it in an easy way. When you draw a picture, you draw it by hand. Hand-drawn picture, AI can change. We still provide that technology. So, man-drawn drawings are also elaborate, but a little more. This image creation AI technology, due to technology, with a more realistic picture, it means we can develop another one, taken by me in the real world. Photos taken by people, realistic images using AI, can create what light. Then a little bit of color and things like that. A little more. You can make it by emphasizing it. And another one. It's really abstract. Unique and original. Work. It means you can create it. The picture you are looking at for the third time is also, this is a picture created by AI. It's really original. A little more these days. What activities are you doing? Let's see, have this image creation area. Digital painting or water art or on 3D model. It is very widely used. What kind of, the creativity of artists. Oh, rather than just doing it alone. Then doing it alone. With the help of generative AI. A little more. It can be amplified. Ideas in my head. A little more creativity. Can be enlarged. It can be amplified. Then, in the end, the artist's unique originality. It can be highlighted even more. Another is a 3D model. 3D models are also very complex. This complex movement and expression of space in 3D space. This production type AI. In more detail, it means I can express it. Even on the third screen you see now. It's from underwater. In the sea. It looks like he's swimming right now. This too now. I didn't take a live action photo. This is a photo created by artificial intelligence. And another one. Large scale. By collaborating with artists, you do a lot of activities. When that happened. When carrying out a project. Any inspiration. Any idea or any plan. Things like that. Received through this teacher's AI. Each other collaborates. So it's really new. That it can be created. That's the most. Also, this image was created using AI. Now another thing is fashion. This is not a distant story. I'm still using it. What are you talking about now? AI is created from the clothes themselves. Then, the model itself also creates AI Clothes made from AI. I put it on the model who made AI. I also do fittings. Also making runway announcements. A virtual fashion show will also be held, so that individual tastes can be revealed. Personal preferred clothing. Customized. It means you can make it and provide it. The third is marketing. Our current marketing is, in a way, you do a lot of SNS marketing. However, rather than just doing marketing alone, I'll take the influencer element. If you say, or my products and services, a little more PROMOT well. If you say you want to do it, get paid by AI, it means you can do it. And I do it myself, my face, without actually revealing it. By AI, by creating a virtual AI influencer. My products, my services, or my personal activities. It means you can do marketing. Why bother? Real face. There is no need to upload it. You can use it. The value will be very high. Then it's architecture. Even in this architecture, I'm using this AI. Do you do any design? A slightly unique shape. Oh, building. When building, already from architectural design. This generative AI, I'm helping you a lot from now on. Same in music. AI composes and arranges. Then established by learning the voices of singers. In that person's voice, someone else's, you can also sing. And virtual instruments, even if there is a band. For one person to play, it's not enough. However, with the help of this productive AI, one person with various instruments, I can play. Style playing style. Even if I don't play it myself, if you don't create a basic bass, based on that, a completely different style, completely different music, it means you can create it. If this happens, I guess, I am alone. Alone. The composer and arranger. What 5? To create 6 styles. It takes a lot of time. Just make a basic bass. Using AI, when combined with a different style, this will also save you 10 minutes. Right now, like this. There are also people who are active. Video, this time it's a video. In the video, you are still active. Characters created with AI models. Only with AI technology. Movies are also being made. Another one. Text prompt. Enter the prompt and enter. In a very short video. Converted to video. You guys use it a lot. On Instagram, news or something. Shorts on YouTube. You are using it a lot. I'm already using it too. Many people now. That's how you use it. What topic am I on? Only briefly about something related. When you enter the prompt, when you enter text to fit it. Photography, video, music, and subtitles are created. Then, within 10 minutes, put it on shorts or reels. To what I want. Advertisement for. The same goes for movies. Attach a virtual world or what special effects are new. The special effects of most English are creation is difficult. Are you using it a lot? Also, it is not a real person. Create an AI-based character. There. A little more visual effect. Make a movie by maximizing it. Create an advertisement. No matter what happens later, face or something like that. Gesture, unusual gesture. Like that, with a created AI character. And we can't leave out education. Can be used in this training. Production AI it's truly endless. And with the materials studied, make a presentation. When creating materials, or any When you want technical help. What personal style? Something you can find. It is a personal creative activity, majoring in art, because they are students. Even more about this generative type. A. Be prepared from now on. I think it would be good. Because the first one is, art is creation. When some artificial intelligence is introduced, some people may say no, but in a way, something I didn't think of. What kind of parts? New. Can you give me ideas? What can play a role? I think it is a generative type A. If that happens, I'm still my own. What character? Original. If you haven't found the artistic part, with the help of this productive AI, my own character, I might be able to find it. From that perspective, you live AI, I think, and you should already start. Generative AI artistic influence then? In terms of art, how is it affecting you? Let's see. The first is a new way of expression. In other words, imagination and creativity has expanded because it is provided. I guess what I was doing before. Than about any artistic act. A little more, able to overcome its limits, can be a stepping stone. Or, oh, you guys, students who majored. Not only students majoring in work, half people too. Also, anyone interested in art? Everyone has a little easier. You can access it. Before that, unless you were a major, to try something, it was difficult. Now this generative type, with the help of AI, artistic accessibility, it has improved a lot. In other words, what is this? Another. Is there an opportunity that can come? You can experience it artistically. Can be mistaken? You can create a chapter like that. If that happens, a little more in the artistic field, good things happen. Also, some more active activities. Many people can do it. Now then. Indeed, this generative type A and AI, in our lives, what kind of relationship does it have? The first is, in everyday life, provides convenience. In other words, as mentioned earlier, when trying to get information. Previously, Google or, well, like Naver. About knowledge search. I should have searched for knowledge. But now text generation AI. Through the collected patina I mentioned earlier, Gemini, or through, when I asked a question, get information about it quickly. I can get it. Of course, AI. Not all answers are correct, but most. Continue. Because I'm learning. I will be a wanton. What happens when you learn? Yes, you're close to the right answer. With the right data, you will get close. Because that happens. A little more me. About everyday things. A little more this text. Receive money to create a tax. About the position I want. A little faster. Then whatever I want. Planning or something. When you want to make something. A little faster. It means you can access it. The second is new. It provides experience. I'm trying to create the Amane brand. How should I use it in that case? That can create that brand. Marketing company or visit brand consulting. Like this. I want to do something like this. They found mine. But what about now? Have an example of creation on my own. Customized content that is perfect for you. Personal service, you can make it. I make it. I really do business with it. Or even if it's not necessarily business, I collaborated with someone when doing something. It means you can get help. The third is, creative expression is extension. As I said before, definitely. Art. Field major in entertainment field. Even if you don't, anyone interested in art, vividly. You can participate in using my own thoughts and my own imagination, my own creativity. It means you can demonstrate it. The fourth is, future society is literally changing. Someone says this. Created because of this AI, especially because of the generative AI. Many jobs. I think there will be no current jobs. Let's talk. However, what if you think the other way around? New job person. It is said that it appeared, then that many new jobs. New. It means you get a job. Because that happens. In line with changes in future society. What I'm majoring in right now. What you are studying. Or I forward. What kind of food will you live with? Think about it. According to that. Anything. Well, I have to learn something. What do I need? These things. You have to keep preparing. Then let me ask you this. Even in front, new job. This is what came up. Then, from the artist's perspective, because you are a student at an art university, from the artist's perspective, is this generative AI really for you? Is it an opportunity? Or is it a threat? Opportunity. In a way. Something new. I create just one thing that can help. Cooperation. As my friend thought, I think it would be good to think about it. If you look at that opportunity as an opportunity to enter, in the artistic activities I do now, inspiring, giving ideas, it's a tool. You're a friend. I think it would be good to think about it. And the second is something I didn't think of. To the area. Creativity has expanded. Everyone, us too. It means growing together. Only this much. I could only think of a little bit. In my opinion, if you had a wide range of thinking skills, with the help of this generative AI, the depth of that thinking ability, that it can be further amplified and expanded. And another one, for everything you do, some temporal parts. In terms of cost, productivity, it's greatly maximized. You too, snacks, when making a report, especially when writing for a few days every day. There are times when you worry, right, I have to work on something. I have to make it. There's nothing that can get a hit. However, take that hint with color type AI. The starting point, it means you can greet it. Now then, what is the threat? What are the elements of the threat? The first one is probably generative type. When using artificial intelligence, way of working, the way I did before, it will change. It changes that pattern. Another one, the profitable part may be difficult. There is no choice but to generate profits. It might be difficult. Previously, the artistic value created. Maybe it could fall because production AI. Oh, in a way, it's creative. Oh, a little higher quality. Creating a place because I can make it. Right. Threats are of course conceivable. The threat is, of course I can think about it. Because the picture I drew, under the same conditions, let AI learn. When the results are created, in some ways, a person is just a person. Allah, from the perspective of many people, you could say this is cooler. That's quite possible. But the problem is, for an artist, I have this support itself. For an artist, is this an opportunity in creation? The reason I think it's a threat. Threatening elements clearly exist. However, not only in the field of artists, my job is like that now. All occupations, they're all threats. But this is what it should be seen as an opportunity. See the opportunity. Can I find that opportunity? Can I make it mine? You have to prepare. That is from now on. Next 3 years and 5 years.
10 years.
It will be very different. What picture do you draw? Make music or when doing something? Of course, traditional. You can do it in the original way as well.
Plus.
An alpha will be created. Then what do we do? Should I prepare? Threat. Feel. You have to do nothing. What should I do if there is a threat? Threat can be defeated. We need to catch something. Now then, what preparations should we make? You must acquire knowledge. That is literally, as you saw earlier, light. How to use it. To me. Oh, how do I live to my advantage? Or how to use mid-transition. How to use hymen. Another bird. Yes, everyone. Raw plastic surgery AIEs. It's not always limited. Other things will keep coming out. Things will continue to be different in the future. Well, a few thousand. There could be a few hundred. Then try it. I chose the ones that were right for me. Create something new. If you create your own content, it will happen. In order to do that, take advantage of new tools. I also need it. Constant learning is necessary. Of course. I didn't do anything. Nothing is given. The first one is expert in various fields. You need to be able to cooperate. You already. Well, with your friends and colleagues. And then, I definitely major in music. Even if you are majoring in music, something like a friend who draws pictures. In various fields, with people. Do a lot of networking from now on. Everyone, no matter what happens, people are the calculation. Especially if you go out into society. Your friends next to you right now, or colleagues, you will eventually be disbanded. If that happens with those people, through collaboration and it could be anything else, such networking, you have to do a lot. From now on, with people who have fostered collaboration and networking. A person who is not a person. 3 years from now, there will be a lot of changes in 5 years. Now then, you guys, there are artists then. My own. You have to be able to maintain your uniqueness. As I said before, generative AI is mine. My own artistry can be maximized. Look at the tool. You can also see your friends. Looking at tools and friends. Then, keep your originality your own. I have to do it. To production. With exception. Even if you make something. Definitely new. You will understand market trends. This is probably more of you than me. I think you know. In response to market changes, you must respond sensitively. How the tables are changing. In the field one currently belonged to. How now? Oh, is the trend going? In line with that trend. With generative AR. What else? Because it can be created. The person I recently identified first. In the end, you have no choice but to get ahead. What people ask for. What I ask for. What are those things? Because I know it well. Now, today I'm using this generative AI. Oh, you guys. Because I'm talking about an art major. A bit of an art part. A little bit about that part. We came to focus and talked. Like today's topic. Art and technology. In other words, when a generative AI meets, some things can happen. What can you do? What should we prepare? Today you. After this announcement. Take this once. I hope you think about it. In front of us. From now on. What? When asked if I should prepare, I told you 4 things. Like that. Then you. Among these 4, of course, it would be nice to do everything, but the first thing you need to prepare. You. First thing, what to prepare. Please give it a try. I hope you think about it. New possibilities, endless inspiration. With this generative AI, your future. In engaging in artistic activities, some creative future. Your own. Unique. As an artist who can pursue such things. AI of creation. Learn well and apply well. Your own. I hope you engage in artistic activities. Thank you to the person I met today. Next time.
Directly.
I look forward to seeing you face to face. Thank you, everyone.